Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Shorts Not Pants Film Festival for 2022. I'm here with Aslak Danbolt, who is the director of one of our short films, Mama. Thank you very much for joining us here today. We really appreciate it. So
Thank
just
you.
start, if you can talk a little bit about how you became involved with making this film.
That's a long story, but I directed a documentary series about homelessness and drug addiction, and through that work, I got more familiar with the parents' point of view and the struggle they're in, and I got very interested in that. So I started developing a story, and it took quite a long time because I wanted to explore how it is for them, since a lot of the parents, try really hard to save their children while also getting, the blame for what happened. So that's kind of what attracted me to that theme. And yeah, it was a long process of developing the story, and then coincidentally I got to know Michelle, who plays the daughter, because I wanted to have a real drug addict to play the daughter. And she was coincidentally with her mother when I first met her. So, and there was something about that connection that instantly intrigued me. So I decided to just rewrite the whole script and cast them in the main roles, and rewrite the script to fit their story. So it's very much their story in the end.
Can you actually talk a little bit about that? Because it is a fiction film. However, you're
Hmm.
using non-actors, they're playing roles similar to their reality. So you can talk a bit about kind of walking that line and developing that with them.
Yeah, I mean it's a drama, but it's based on their lives, and everything that happens in the film has happened between them on at least one occasion. The only fiction element is the daughter, Michelle's daughter. She doesn't have children, but she has a younger brother. So, kind of that dilemma for the mother of leaving one behind to go look for the other was very familiar and true to them. But they were really, really fantastic to work with, and so they shared everything. I got to use everything, and we got to know each other very well. And they really wanted to. They're both very involved in drug politics and trying to get a more humane policy. And they wanted to show the reality of how it is. So they they allowed me to be brutally honest and and tell the story. So, and then they had a lot of home videos and stuff like that. So which really added to the story.
Yeah, that's definitely a really nice element that's thrown in there with this
Thanks.
film. And it's nice that you had that because you were using real people, and then you could draw on that real portion of that.
Yeah.
Um, can you talk about any challenges you had in making this film?
Oh, a lot. uh, it was a very small budget. We didn't receive a lot of funding for it, so we had to. We were a very small crew. We shot everything was shot at night, 5 nights in a row in December in Oslo. So it was freezing cold, and we were always pressed for time and pressed for people. And it was a real guerrilla shoot. But there were so many obstacles. uh, but the main thing was to work with Synnøve and Michelle, because they had no experience with being actors before, but they did such an amazing job, and the whole crew did. Most of them worked for free, and it was just like the spirit and everything was just amazing. So I couldn't have done it without them at all. This film belongs to them.
And you mentioned that they're both very active in kind of drug policy and legislation. Can you
Mm.
talk a little bit about what that is in Norway and the effects that's having on people who are dealing with addiction?
Yeah, it's now the last years changed a lot actually, because it used to be punished for being drug addicts, and the police raided raided their houses and took everything from them. So they had to go out and do commit crimes again to get money for more new drugs. So it was like just a continual bad circle for everyone. But now in the last year, it's changed. So it's not legalized, but it's become a lot more humane. Like, and if you're an addict, the police won't. They're treating it as an illness now instead of a crime. So it has changed a lot, and especially Michelle has been at the front of that in Norway. She's clean of heroin now for the first time since she was 13,
Wow.
which happened after the film. So that was like in the really beginning, because we shot this in December 2019 and was postponed because of COVID. We couldn't finish the post production. So she's been really at the front of that. So it's been a big change lately.
That's good. We're in a similar kind of shift in Canada
Yeah.
at the moment.
I think it's really starting to happen.
Yeah, we actually have one province that has somewhat legalized drugs, like use and possession. So we're also on that kind of trajectory here as well. So yeah. Do you have any current projects that you're working on? Anything you can tell us about that we should look out for?
Yeah, I'm working on a new short with two American actresses actually that I'm hoping to shoot maybe next summer, possibly the year after that. And then I'm developing my first feature, which I just got some development money for. So that's finally starting to move. So yeah, it's and some smaller projects. So I'm always keeping busy, but definitely more coming from this side as soon as possible.
Yeah, and are you still like focusing on drama? Are you doing doc stuff, or is it a
No,
mix?
it's drama, definitely. I started teaching at the university college, so I teach documentary filmmaking, but I'm sticking to fiction myself mostly. So yeah.
Very nice. Excellent. That's all I have, unless you want to add anything.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be part of the festival.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for taking time to chat with me briefly. We are really excited to have your film on the festival. It's one that definitely stood out. And I hope all of the people who come and watch it enjoyed as much as we did.
Thank you.
So
I hope
thank you
so
very
too.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.